Started off with the timeline. We're gonna see how this all unfolded. Me and my co-hosts are gonna give our opinion. Let us know, let y'all know what we've seen on the internet as far as in the comment section on YouTube, Instagram, and such. But we gotta start with the timeline so we could break it down. We got October 6, 2023, first-person shooter with Drake and J. Cole, where they talking about the big three.
Fire song.
We got March 22nd, where Kendrick hops on Future Metro's track like that and has some dissing.
Even fire song.
Fire or something. And then we have the Punk of the Millennium, J. Cole dissing in 7 Minute Drill, and then 2 days later deleting it. But I guess that's why he called it Might Delete Later.
I mean, yeah.
Did you like that song?
I did. Even though I kind of forgot it right now because it's been so many. Like you see right now, it's been so many songs coming
This
out.
is like a whole collab
I can't
tape.
even keep up. But I mean, he did keep the album. The whole tape is still on. The whole mixtape is still on all the streaming sites. But that one song, if you want to find it, I'm pretty sure
You gotta go to YouTube.
you got to go to YouTube.
We got Future, Metro, and ASAP dissing Drake again. And then we got The Weeknd hopping on and dissing Drake. We got Drake coming back with push-ups. We got Rick Ross throwing his hat in the game.
The best song in the whole thing, hands down.
Song is like a 4. Don't listen to my coast.
Stop. Play 4 out of 5.
We got Tailor Made Freestyle by Drake and the AI Tupac.
Uh-huh.
We got the Like That remix with Kanye, where he put that track. We got Kendrick dropping track. We got him dropping Euphoria, 616 in LA. Drake comes back with Family Matters and the Buried Alive parody. And then we got Meet the Grams by Kendrick, Not Like Us, which people thought is a club banger. Everyone see walking to it. And then we got The Heart Part 6, where Drake is mocking Kendrick.
Hey, I mean,
So that's the timeline we got so far. It started on October 6th of 2023, and we're on May 6th when we were recording this. But yeah, man, what are your thoughts, co-host?
first off, this is way too many songs. I don't care if Drake waving the white flag. I'm waving the flag for everybody right now
You're
because
sick of going to Genius?
I'm sick of going to Genius. I'm sick of having to decipher these songs, all these triple, quadruple entendres. I don't care what y'all gotta say. Oh, you not smart enough. Your vocabulary is Listen here, I'm graduated from Florida. We #1 in education. Get it right. Check it. But like I was saying,
You
man.
just lost everyone.
What? Check it. It's in the stats. Yeah,
You're
I
talking
forgot.
about some random
They
year.
Kendrick Lamar fans. They don't believe in proving fact
You don't
checking
have to
nothing.
prove anything. You just gotta say it.
Basically, because that's basically what's going on. Kendrick Lamar said that Drake is a p word, but he don't want to answer the question. We want to know the facts. The facts is what's up with your manager Dave Free and your fiance.
Yeah, I mean, we got some of this is the latest song. So as of right now, The Heart Part 6 by Drake is the latest song, and he used Dave Free's comment under his wife's Instagram post. She doesn't even follow Kendrick, but she follows Dave Free, and he put a heart underneath a photo of her and one of the kids, and it's alleged that one of those kids might be Dave Free's. And so he used that comment as actual cover of The Heart Part 6. So Drake is definitely going for the heart. I feel like it's a softer song, but what I don't understand is like when Kendrick, before he dropped his latest song, everyone was like, "Oh, Kendrick is dropping these like super rapidy rap songs. Like it's really breaking it down. He doesn't have to have a hype club beat." And I feel like that's what Drake did this one. He addressed all the allegations. He threw some shots back, and it was kind of like one of those chill rap type beats. And but now I feel like people are trying to give him deductions on what they were literally giving points to Kendrick for.
Yeah, I didn't understand that. Everybody's saying, "Oh yeah, this the Heart Part 6 is trash, is boo boo," but I'm sitting here like, I mean, think about it. You going battling back and forth. Kendrick Lamar just said you the P word, before we go any further with this,
Yeah,
I don't
address
care
that
about
right
all
away.
the other stuff. Like, you gotta address this. So that's why he put a pause on it. He addressed his situation. So I don't understand why people feel like, oh yeah, Drake really waving the white flag, even though he said that. I mean, like, you already know he got something in the tuck. But like he said, Kendrick Lamar finna make this thing last until like 2027.
I
Like,
mean, really, Kendrick fans should be thanking Drake because
basically,
Kendrick likes to drop music like once every decade,
what, every 2 3 years, basically 2 to 5
every
years,
5 to 7 sometimes.
because you
I
don't
feel like that man went on a decade tour with
because you
Good Kid,
don't
Mad
count the
City.
pimp a butterfly.
I don't
That's the
think
problem.
anyone counted that.
It was alright.
You didn't like it.
It was alright.
This man said it was pure garbage when it came out. Don't let him fool you. But we're gonna go deeper into the bars. We said that Drake said this was actually, I believe, like the closing line. Whitney to Kendrick after hearing Drake say, "Oh yeah, this is the actual line. Whitney, you can hit me if you need a favor. I say when I hit you back, it's a lot safer." Because allegedly Kendrick is domestic violence.
They don't care about that. They don't want to answer that question.
And yeah, what like y'all said is everything's true about Drake unless he addresses it. So Drake addresses his crazy accusations, but then Kendrick hasn't addressed the domestic violence, or what this is. I thought was the lowest of blow, because I think back in the day this would have been the final shot. This would have been the nail in the coffin. Drake said every time Kendrick listens to "Touch My Body" by Mariah Carey, he sees the face of his uncle playing with his cheeks.
That's
He got his manhood taken.
that's just that's. I often say you making that up, but I look at it right there. He said that for real. This rap beef has got too disrespectful. Like, it's just on a whole nother.
I mean, I'm not really a Kendrick fan like that to listen to all his music. I like music that gets me hype. You know, I like music that I can add to my playlist for the gym, gym playlist that gets you going on the treadmill while you lift weights. But man, I don't know how you come back from that. I had no idea that Kendrick put out a song where he said that he was taken advantage of.
Mr. Morality, Mr.
but-
Morale.
And then they said that at the end of the song, he said it wasn't true or something like that, that he took it back, and then it was actually just his mom that got taken advantage of. But I'm like, but at the end of the day, everyone thought I got taken advantage of or something like that.
So why would you even make that song?
I don't know. It's you read the lyrics and it's just like, from everything in the song, it sounds like you got some trauma, dog. You know what it sounds like? Sounds like you got some
emotional damage.
You know, if I was Drake, I would have went full on gloves off and came out with this song titled "Power Bottom."
True, and I mean,
Do you think Kendrick's a power bottom?
You got jokes, but nah. I mean, but in the beginning, I was like, man, you know, Kendrick dropping these quadruple entendres, you know, getting everybody back in the rap. I like that. I mean, because we haven't really had that feeling in a long time. I mean, everybody's been on this whole Sexy Red, Sukiyana, JT City Girls type stuff. But I mean,
Just
the fact,
this guy.
horrible. But the fact that Kendrick Lamar
Sexy
came
Red's
in with
cool.
the raps, and then even though, I mean, the allegations may be fake, even though nobody's talking about that. Allegations may be.
Sorry to interrupt, but everyone, I even forgot, no one is talking about that Drake said that he planted the information about the daughter to make Kendrick look foolish, and then he had that photo that was basically all just memes to make fun of him, and then he changed the thumbnail on the photo because it had like the shirt that said "Shorty" making fun of Kendrick's height. It had the Maybach gloves next to the weight loss pills making fun of Rick Ross on Ozempic. So at the end of the day, he got Kendrick to use a
fake news.
photo that he wanted him to use to make him look stupid. And it's like, if he literally took the bait and went for it and then had to go back on it, and now it's just, if you look, like, go on Apple Music, you could check right now, you could fact check me, it's just a black square. The original image is gone.
Yeah, true.
So I mean, I don't understand how people are just looking over these wins, you know.
Because like I said,
I'll give it to Kendrick. That song, that beat is catchy.
the newest one,
But at the the one with the one,
DJ Mustard.
Yeah, well, you know, DJ. That's where I was going with it. DJ Mustard made that beat, and it was even crazy. If y'all are following all the outlets and checking everything, they said DJ Mustard had a set in Las Vegas, and he played nothing but Kendrick all night. I mean, not Kendrick, Drake all night. And then it wasn't until like people, the club was dying down and about to close down for the night, that that they played Kendrick at the end. I mean, it's like, how do you do the beat for someone in a diss track and then play their op the whole day?
See, I mean, I don't want to trash on Kendrick.
Even his own homies ain't supporting him.
I mean, I want everybody in California supporting this song. This bringing all the hoods together. It said.
I mean, at the end of the day, they're both corny. I mean, because the rap beef is supposed to be like, I'm gonna hurt somebody. It's not about making up lies. They looking like Mean Girls. Both of them look like Mean Girls. You remember the movie Mean
I
Girls?
remember
Where they're like, I'm putting them in the burn book. They're both putting them in each other in the burn book.
not the burn book.
They're acting like little sassy and classy. It's just a phony, you know. I'm not like some super Drake head or anything like that. If y'all think I'm defending him, I actually thought he was corny when he came out. But all the girls loved him, so you got to get down what the girls are listening to, because you know they're gonna want to hear that. But I thought back in the day Drake was actually really paralyzed because he was on Degrassi.
For real?
And then his first video, he's sitting on the bleachers all the time. Or I don't know if that's his first video, but that's
So you
the
never
first
watched
one I
Degrassi on Noggin? I mean, all the real Day One fans watch Noggin.
No,
Noggin.
I mean, I was done with.
Comment down
I
below
was
if you ever
done
watched
with
Noggin.
like child's television by the time I was like a junior or sophomore in high school.
Makes
I mean,
sense.
you were still watching it as a freshman in college.
It was before freshman. I was freshman in college. You got jokes.
Oh, and then like with all this stuff that's coming on, like man, like, well, everyone was calling Drake a Fender. Because you want to go to that?
We can already go to it. I mean, it's just crazy how everybody's talking about Drake and this Kendrick situation. Every time you mention to these people, well, so what about this part right here where Drake said that Dave Free is your fiance's baby daddy, or they be like, you proposed to your girl in 2015 and 2024, you ain't doing anything, or you ain't share your kids, and everybody always say, oh, but Drake's a P. I'm like, he already talked about that. Like, he said he put it in the song. And then if you look at the comments under, before I let you go, I hate when I watch comments under this and everybody says, oh yeah, so, but Drake didn't acknowledge the P word. Yeah, I'm like, have you listened to the song?
That was literally the whole the heart.
Exactly. Like, the whole heart was like, oh yeah, Drake didn't talk about it. I'm like, what you mean? But I mean, what you finna say?
Basically what I wanted to break down with it is like, yeah, I feel like that a lot of people are being biased.
In fact, I've never seen this many Kendrick Lamar fans in my life. In my whole life.
I don't think I've ever heard. I mean,
Kendrick Lamar right now has like under 50 million subscribers on Instagram. Drake has like 150. Makes no sense.
The last song that people were playing from Kendrick on the aux cord that you heard constantly was Swimming Pools. Pour up, drink, headshot, drink.
I remember We Gonna Be Alright.
I don't even know if I'd hit
Loyalty, Fire with Rihanna. Best with Rihanna.
That's how long ago he has another hit when Rihanna was still making music.
He had a hit on the album with him and Kodak on it. I mean, but I understand what you're talking about. I understand. I feel you.
This is what I wanted to get to. Yeah, like with Drake's stuff, he's actually proved against the allegations.
True.
And with Kendrick, he hasn't addressed anything. And
I
feel like if the roles were reversed, that people would be crucifying Drake, but they're already crucifying him regardless because they just hate on him. And then they said that 17-year-old girl that that he was inappropriate with her on stage, and she actually, her birthday was that night. So Drake doesn't pull the girls from the crowd. They always, you've seen that on multiple shows where they pull girls from the crowd to have possibly be on stage.
The entourage pulls them out for you.
Yeah, the entourage pulls it out. And when they asked her, she said she was 18 because she was literally turning 18 that night. So, so, I mean, it's not people are acting like that. He is like, brought like a 12-year-old on stage or something.
But you know what I seen after that? Like, once they debunked this, they started showing like a whole bunch of other girls, and somebody was like, I'm sorry, Drake is like an international star. He's going to take pictures of a whole bunch of girls.
I mean, yeah, a lot of his fans are girls. Like I said, that's the only reason I gave him a chance, because that's what all the ladies wanted to listen to. But I think people also forget they're trying to crucify him. He's in his 30s now, but back then he was in his low 20s. So if this girl's 18 and he is like, I think he was like 20 years old when it happened. I mean, that's 2 years. There's some people that get married to someone that's 5 to 10 years age difference. So 2 years at that time isn't really anything. And the girl herself came out. So y'all talking about proof. The girl herself came out and said that he was not inappropriate, and she didn't feel that he did anything inappropriate.
But of course, you already know people commented below that and was like, oh no, this is exactly what a traumatized victim will say. She's still traumatized about this. And
apparently
I'm like, really?
She's so traumatized that she's a college-educated woman that's I think that she was saying that she was studying for some type of like special degree or something, or master's. So apparently she's doing pretty decent in life.
Like a psychology degree or something, like some type
I think something better than that. I think you're lowballing her.
Psychology degree is lowballing?
I mean, psychology is like for people that like to play in college.
That's like people that want to be what's it called? When they want to work for the jail people.
Criminal justice.
Yeah. I'm going to school to be criminal justice major.
Sounds like this guy.
Horrible.
But
Well, we got a video right here, man. We got it all, man. We got the girl. We got the situation with the girl on the stage.
We're 18 minutes into the show and we're still on topic 1.
It's amazing. And also, man, we got Rick Ross putting his 2 cents in, and Gilly the kid, the chicken man, saying, man, this is all fluke.
I actually gained more respect for Gilly after I heard the chicken song.
You heard it?
10 out of 10, phenomenal.
Play the video.
That's my new chicken dance song when I get chicken.
And then he on the stage with the girl.
Does it have audio?
Yeah, you closed it, turned it off probably.
Let me see.
You turned it low. It was on.
No, it's on. Okay, so this is her responding regarding that video. I was 17. I'm 31 now. Crowd of people, not Drake. Always bring up fans. Nothing then, nothing now. That I've cleared up these allegations.
Then we got interesting facts. You know, the Kendrick Lamar was supposed to be featured on the first shooters on the Family Matters. On the Family Matters, it was supposed to be that was a Drake fan.
This is what I was talking about earlier, where the picture, you see how it says Shorty Collection. That was supposed to make fun of Kendrick, and then you see the Maybach glove with the weight loss medication to make fun of Rick Ross. Like, the whole thing was a troll.
And then the whole the Euphoria song had the biggest streaming day, this record, the 8th. I can't believe that. And then the whole restaurant thing. I didn't get the whole Chinese restaurant.
Oh, they said that I think Drake was robbed for his watch at that restaurant.
Then Alchemist over here being a criminal. I can't believe he did that. And
but okay, hold on. They say, I want to bring us back on screen. They say that Kendrick's for the people, right? Kendrick supports his people. He's getting on Drake for being too white and he can't say the N-word. But then he's over here dating some woman that is a very fair complexion and having children similar skin tone to Drake so that, their light-skinned kids could hang out with each other. So Kendrick, for being so, pro for his people, is not being for his people.
I mean, I guess, but once again, Drake a P. He's a P. He be taking pictures of underage girls. It's just crazy out there. You can't. How's he out there doing that? And that's what everybody wants to say. They want to dodge all the questions. I could have sworn I put audio on this. This is crazy. All that hard work you put in, and then something happened to the audio.
It's all right, cuz.
Watch my co-host deleted it and re-put it in. I'm gonna have to part sensing them.
What?
Exactly. Nah, but I mean, the fact that this is the 8th biggest stream. If you go on all the streaming services, they'll say that Kendrick Lamar has the number 1 and number 2 song that's on all streaming services, which is great.
Oh, that's what I was getting to. So putting on for his people, right? You know how I said about him and who he ended up wifing up or not wifing. I guess they're engaged and never married. But then he gets the Alchemist to do his beat. So he's trying to do all these soulful beats and all this stuff and these rapidy rap beats. And who did he need to make that song happen? Who he needed to be the maestro for the song? A white man.
What?
So at the end of the
Am I
day,
supposed to slap my co-host because of that?
What?
Comment down below. Does that deserve a friend backhand? That what my co-host just said.
I'm just saying.
Hey, but I mean, I understand what you're coming from.
I'm just saying the light skins are making a comeback.
I mean, Drake did say maybe that's the real reason why Kendrick Lamar didn't get married was because who he really wanted to be with. But I mean, it doesn't make sense. And also, they didn't talk about how you married a black woman. You talk about all this black power, but you cheated on your black wife with white girls.
And then he allegedly beat her. And people say, "Oh, that's fake. That's Drake throwing out nonsense. How can he talk about Kendrick throwing out nonsense when he's making up lies?" But it was literally such a big rumor that when Kendrick was on, what was it? What's Charlamagne's show?
The
Breakfast Club. That they literally asked him about allegations about him beating her. Because Angela Yee had gotten wind of it, that there was rumors circulating that Kendrick was a domestic violence type person.
And that's when they started doing interviews.
Angela Yee doesn't hold any punches, so she asked him straight to his face, "Hey, I hear this on your name, dog. Like, what's it about?" And he goes, "Oh, it's fake." But how are all these people hearing about it? And how is there a whole thing about a cover-up story? So I think it's crazy for him to throw out these accusations where you literally have people speaking up for Drake. Millie Bobby herself. What was the other actor from Stranger Things said that he was friends with all of them and kept in contact with all of them and was nice to all of them and there was nothing weird. And also you got to think about it. Everyone wants to go about Drake's past. Like Drake's in his 30s, so if you go in the past, that means he's in his low 20s or late teens.
Actually, yeah.
So it's like, oh, he's hanging out with young people. He was young at that time. Like they said, that girl's like birthday was like that night or the next day, so she was like literally 18 years old, and he was 20, and they're trying to act like he was like Leonardo DiCaprio, or man, people don't even want to talk about what's his name,
Tiger.
I mean, Tiger's bad
And
as
Kylie
well.
Jenner.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. But what's his? I forget that one super old actor.
Which
It
one?
was like in Bad Grandpa or Dirty Grandpa.
The one that got Robert Downey Jr. Is it Robert Downey?
Robert De Niro.
Robert De Niro.
Yeah, didn't he have like he's like 80 years old and he just had a kid with a girl in her 30s, and no one bats an eye. Or Leonardo DiCaprio being like 40 years old, and once his girl has hit 24, he dumps him and it goes back to someone that's 20 and stays with her until she's like 24, 25 and dumps him again.
True.
I mean, it's funny how like people that are high up in the celebrity echelon, that they're always allowed to date down and get supermodels and stuff, but then when Drake does it, it's weird. But when all these other people do it, no one has nothing to say. And I really haven't seen too many moments. And like they said, he was like 20 at that time, and that girl was 18. So that's not.
I thought he was going Google Gaga over Rihanna and Nicki Minaj the whole time. I didn't even know about this 17-year-old thing, but yeah, it's weird. Like this whole.
I mean, I think that's all you need. She literally came out herself. Y'all didn't have to go looking for her. She came out herself out of her own free will and cleared this man's name. And then you have multiple people that they wanted to say, oh, he was bad with this person or this person. Here's the evidence. And all those people said, nah, he did nothing wrong. So you think everyone in the world is lying for Drake? I think Drake has enough money that people would want him basically blackmail him. If he did anything wrong, they'd be like, hey, you better give me some money or I'm going to go out with this. Because they wouldn't let him go free like that. You know how people are sue happy these days. They'll sue for anything.
True. I mean, speaking of that, people suing. He's also, and also nobody wants to answer the question how. Oh yeah, you calling Drake a rat, and you calling Drake a rat. You saying Drake doing all this stuff like 1098 Jake is out here. He catching everybody.
I mean, we saw how we ended Real Boss and Richie's career, but somehow gonna survive. You millennium kids are ridiculous.
They pick and choose. You pick and choose what you want to do. I mean, what you want to basically politic. But
so Real Boss and Richie is snitch, and his streaming numbers go to the dumpster. But Gunna, you're like, he ain't snitch on me though. Everyone that ever commented that, I wish you get donkey kicked in the face.
You get donkey of the day.
Or falcon punched in the temple. Take your pick.
Horrible. But comment below, man. Who you got during this beef, man?
Oh, and actually, people were talking about all these different polls because any type of kind of big name news outlet was putting up polls, and they were getting different results. Some polls were saying Kendrick won, some were saying Drake won. I know that they said Rolling Stone said that Kendrick won. So, but it's funny how people was like, Drake's not even. He's too light to use the N-word, but they want to go to Rolling Stone, which probably has like a 95% white fan base, and then they want to say Rolling Stone is a deciding factor. But then you got XXL here, which has actually been a hip-hop magazine for decades, and they actually have over 413,000 votes, and I believe they had Drake winning 60-40.
All I want to say is all you blog pages and all you XXL pages, y'all need to please remove y'all mouth off of Kendrick Lamar's C. Because, I mean, even though this one song is hot, y'all is not paying these double and triple entendres. None of y'all was listening to Lupe Fiasco. None of y'all was listening to Common. That's why he went to movies.
None of y'all was listening to Black Star.
None of y'all was listening to Black Star.
Who was in Black Star?
Most Def. He went to movies. So I mean, all this
Big
stuff like
Rewind.
Yeah, all this overhype on Kendrick Lamar. Like a lot of y'all just want Drake to lose, and I mean, guess what?
I mean, I was not gonna lose this. I was a Drake hater early on in the day. I thought he was corny. I thought he made songs for girls, but I feel like he turned a corner when he kind of embraced, making kind of more street records type of songs.
Oh yeah, you know what else? Nobody wants to talk about how Drake called Lil Wayne lame and fake, cause he said that in the song. He said when he told the Mo's, I bet it was Lil Wayne, and he said that in the song.
I didn't even catch that.
And nobody wants to talk about him talking about Wayne, which is crazy. Unless it's a Wayne on Kendrick's side, it's only Lil Wayne. So I want to know about that, but nobody wants to talk about that. They always want to hush up about that part. And then with the Future, he said, "Oh yeah, I'm heard about the Future thing. Me and Future ain't really had no
I
problem."
mean, that's pretty cool that he did that because
We ain't talk-
he probably likes Future so much that even though Future could be like a little bit of a hater, he's like, I'm still not gonna diss him back.
Before we move on, we got to talk about Metro Boomin.
Shut up, make some drums.
How do you feel about that diss track that the diss track that Metro Boomin
The
dropped
booty
by
clap
BBF?
beat.
Booty. And
How you make a beat that has a sample talking about another man's butt? Oh, and speaking of Metro Boomin, he was really going hard on X, Twitter,
yeah,
and talking all this mess about Drake. But then everyone went back and found all his old tweets, and he has all these kind of
crazy
pedo tweets.
AJ none but a number singing like R. Kelly.
Yeah, he was saying, he had a lot of bad stuff. I can't even remember it, but so it's funny, like, the internet doesn't forget. Like, you want to say some nasty stuff about someone, they're going to look it up and be like, well, weren't you saying the same type of stuff or acting like the person that you're currently criticizing? So Metro just takes L after L. He just needs to retire and try to come back a few years later.
But he's a producer, so it doesn't matter.
So
he can stay under the limelight.
At the end of the day, I mean...
The day you gonna end.
Exactly, Glorilla. At the end of the day, I think, Kendrick's last song was definitely, he finally made a club-worthy song, but I think that it's invalidated because he was fed lies and fell for it, where he even had to change the thumbnail of the picture because it was something that he fell for. It was a troll. And then all the stuff he said about Drake was fact-checked, and the people even involved disproved it. But Kendrick still hasn't addressed, did his chick get pregnant by the homie, and is he raising another dude's child? Like, his girl just had a baby with someone else on the side, and it's his homie's baby, which is like, that's the worst form of disrespect. You can't go back after that. And then also, was Kendrick... I don't know if I want... Was Kendrick...
Stop. No. Calm down. But...
Was Kendrick...
No, relax.
at the wrong end of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory?
Okay, I like that one.
Did he get Wonka'd?
But before we move...
Man, I don't understand. I mean, if someone snitched and they were a rapper, like, not even 10 years ago, their career's done. Cooked. No one would respect them. Their streams would die. They wouldn't make no money. And it's like, now people don't care, all these year 2000 kids. And now you got this artist claiming that his cheeks got took, and y'all were like, you shouldn't talk about that. Like, no, his career's done. I ain't listening to no rapper that got his cheeks took. Like, you're done. Like, how could I ever listen to you about being hard? It's like, what happened to being hard when you were getting hard on?
Oh, you went for a nuclear on Kendrick?
I mean, it's just at the end of the day, like, you're done for life.
Oh,
you
Lord.
can't come back from that.
Listen,
like, how would I ever listen to you or be inspired by you? I mean, you would have to.
Now,
you can't come back from that at the end of the day.
Now, before they label us Drake D Riders, because I don't want to say the word Drake D Riders, I just want to say this. It's been this long. You've been in a whole bunch of people's cars. Ain't nobody paying to Kendrick Lamar like that. You was not hearing Kendrick Lamar unless it's featured Rihanna. It's not really being played like that. Unless you're in California, which is the biggest populated state in the United States, you're really not listening to Kendrick Lamar.
Y'all know what the baddies play. The baddies are playing Drake, and the baddies are playing Bad Bunny.
Beyonce.
I don't really see too many baddies playing Beyonce
the country
these
album?
days.
They went to when the concert came.
I mean, when it came out, I saw a lot of ladies post it, but I didn't see. I was like for a week. I didn't see that staying power.
Okay.
Comment down below. I still haven't really listened to Beyonce's country album. I don't care about country.
We heard it in the car. I made you listen to it. It was my pick of the week.
I hate country so much. I probably just like muted my ears and zoned out.
You cut them off. Julius Caesar style.
And it's not just. I'm not saying Beyonce country. I'm talking about all country ever made by any
Reba?
person.
The Dixie Chicks.
I hate it. I don't like any country. I don't live in the woods. I don't have a
Post
banjo.
Malone?
He's like a fake R&B Johnny May Cash that was raised in the woods.
Justin Timberlake.
Basically.
A phony.
Phony jabroni.
Man, but speaking of phony jabronis,